and hop on over and let's take a look at what we're going to be playing tonight. So tonight it's going to be good old-fashioned Golos Tron. I say good old-fashioned, it's actually relatively new. I cut the Jegantha from the sideboard mainly because I didn't feel like I was ever really using it when I was playing it. So instead we have a 10 artifact sideboard for the Karn the Great Creator package, and then 2 Weather the Storm, 2 Wilt instead of Nature's Claim, because Wilt does the destroy an artifact or enchantment and isn't on 1, which is most likely where Chalice is being put on us. And the 1 more mana isn't necessarily too relevant against Blood Moon type effects. And then a Cavern of Souls, so that way we can name either Worm or Worm Coil, but more than likely Eldrazi, so that way we can land these guys and the World Breaker. So, yeah. I forgot to do tickets. We'll be starting here. Alrighty. Doing some good old Golos Tron again. Trying to narrow down in on what deck we want to play for the month of July. Fluffy Wolf was talking about narrowing in on a deck and just doing that, maining a deck for a month the other day on his stream. And I thought that sounded like a good idea. So we're going to go ahead and copy that. The 3 decks that I'm choosing from are Tron, Burn, or Infect. And is fun. Okay. Mulligan down to 6. Keep. It's not a fantastic keep, but it's a keep. And it's bottom. Bottom a map here. Because we can lead off on our tower sphere into scrying if need be. There we go. Blood Crypt, shocked it in. And Inquisition of Kozilexus. Well, there goes either a scrying or a map. Probably map if they have second Inquisition. But you never know. Yep, there goes the map. Meaning we are going to be stuck with just Sphere. Keep drop. Ooh, Star. I like that, but they know about the Sphere, so we'll play out the Sphere. And pass the turn. Alright, so it looks like Jund, and that's a Goyf. Hopefully we can hit a Tron piece off the top here. That is not a Tron piece. So we will go ahead and crack this for a green. Finding the Tron piece. And then scrying to get, that is a mine and tower, so we need power plant. Make it bigger, make sure we click on the correct one. Pass the turn. We'll take 3 from this Goyf, and then we will have a Karn down. Alright. He did not want to face against the Karn Liberated. So we know it's Jund. No sideboard? Because these 10... These 10 we can grab with Great Creator? Yeah. Man. I love the whole wishboard package stuff, but at the same time, it just makes it so awkward as far as when it comes time for sideboarding. It's like, I don't want to put any of these in because I'd much rather have my chance of drawing it with the great creator than drawing it off of not. No search, however. Well, mulligan. Again, no search, so we'll do it one more time. Down to 5. Keep this, putting back Blast Zone and Sanctum. Because we just need this map to land, but we have a sphere backup. No, cancel. That was not what I wanted to put back. I wanted to put back the Blast Zone and the Sanctum. Okay, Verdant Catacombs to start us off with a fetch. And a shock. And a Thoughtseize. Alright. Well, probably taking map. Because you don't take Kozilek. So we've got 2 pieces and a search. All this dust isn't bad. We will do mine, pass the turn. No. Ah, damn. Should have played out the sphere, because now he can Inquisition us. Nothing bad. Okay, so tower, play out sphere, pass turn. Probably Liliana's coming down here, and then uptick, and then we go pitch Kozilek. Shuffle. No land from our opponent. Let's lead off on this Chromatic Sphere, drawing a card. And there's a scrying. Do that, hit the power plant. And opponent doesn't want to deal with Tron. Okay. It's sad. We didn't even get to, like... Opponent just said, no, I don't want to deal with this. Here we go. Up into it. Did we win die roll? We did. Let's go. Take the play. Hand's got nothing, but it has Tron. So like we have 0 in terms of payoff here, but do we need a payoff? I think a Thought Knot's probably going to be good enough. Spire Bluff, Sleight of Hand. So this is Storm. Thought Knot's going to be decent. What we really need is Karn, the Great Creator, to go grab 3 ball, and then they just lose. Or we'll just draw a natural Tron. So we have this Thought Knot Seer to slow him down. Let's go ahead and get our tower. Okay. Not Seer. Probably has a remand at this point. There's the remand, so we get tempoed back a turn. We can't use the other 3 mana. That's fine. Next turn we have 10. We only have artifact in the graveyard. They visions to draw and scry. With the scry they go 1 top, 1 bottom. So they like whatever's on top. Now they have mountain. They tap out for an Electromancer, meaning they're probably going to try to go off next turn. I would like to rip Great Creator here. Spirit Dragon isn't bad. Spirit Dragon downtick for 2 probably slows them down. Actually, Spirit Dragon uptick, deal 3 to the Electromancer. Make it so they lose their creature. Okay. Don't know how correct this line is against Storm, but at 4 mana, I know they can just barely go off without a creature. And so they have to have an exact set here. And next turn we can Emrakul, take their turn, throw everything into the graveyard. I think we thought not, though. Okay, there's this tapped Steam Vents. They have enough for a remand here. Upkeep, draw. That's on cast. We definitely cast Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger, and look to just shut them off of lands. Hit them for 3. 10 mana. Ulamog. Trigger. Hit this Spire Bluff and this Steam Vents. Lock them down to just red and blue. And pass the turn. I don't think they're going to be winning with 2 mana. Well, there's 3, so they might now be able to win. Okay, looks like they're not trying to go off. We draw. Let's just move to combat and swing for 10. They exiled 20 cards. Exiled a Grape Shot. And a bunch of stuff. Cool. They take 10. We will go ahead and Ultimate Ugin here. Going with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 permanents. Rip their hand apart, gain some life, get some permanents, and put in 3-ball. Cast Noxious Revival, targeting the Electromancer. Okay. So they'll have an Electromancer. And then, yeah. Why if you're not gonna let me take your cards, why show the Noxious Revival? To try to say you had it coming back? Well, Did you? Because I could have just dropped Emerald Coal and taken your turn. Okay. Against Storm, we'll bring in Weather the Storm. We will shave a Swagdad and one All Is Dust. Because they don't have too many permanents. Then we shall see if this is going to be good enough. All right. Towers. Blah, 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 blah. It doesn't do enough to stop them. This, however, does keep these bottom the blast zone. Steam vents coming in tapped, meaning they kept a relatively reactionary hand, which we're fine with. Ooh, that's a good draw for us. We will go Tower Sphere past the turn. So we can, if they have the go off on turn 3 Storm hand, we have the Weather the Storm. We draw, we play out this power plant and we pass. And threaten that we just have natural Tron. Doesn't look like our opponent wants to go off here. There's an island. Looks like turn's coming back to us. We draw natural Tron because it's better to be lucky than good. So on cast, we can exile a land. We do that. We exile a Spire Bluff Canal. They lose. Yeah. Get that green. Then we have green in 6. Cast trigger, exile Spire Bluff Canal. Just set them back a turn on land. They have 3. Pyretic, add 3. Okay, so they're gonna gifts here. Gifts ungiven. So they have 4 unknown in hand. Okay. If we put the rituals into the graveyard, they can then only net 1 mana off of the Past in Flame. Makes it hard for them to cast Past in Flames unless they have stuff in hand or more rituals in hand. So we will put the Pyretic and the Desperate Ritual into the graveyard. And then Worldbreaker will be resolving. They have 6 cards in hand. We know 2 of them are Manamorphose and Past in Flames. We might be dead, but they have to have a very specific set. They need land, reducer, Manamorphose into ritual. Okay. We go Snow-Covered Forest into 5 mana Golos. Then we'll have Weather the Storm floating. Okay, remand the Golos. That is fine. Let's move to combat. Swing for 5. Opponent goes down to 15. Then they need to win. I mean, they don't need to win. We're only presenting a 4-turn clog. Here's an island, so they have enough to do another gifts if they get the turn back. There's a power plant, which... Okay, so we could just Kozilek. I want to hold up Weather the Storm here. So let's do 6, try to resolve. We'll just try to resolve Golos again here. Okay, there's the remand on the Golos. Now we can play out our star. Combat. Hit you for 5. Pass the turn. Okay, they've got plenty of mana. But no creature from the looks of it. So they've got one more turn. Looks like they're going to try to do it this turn. All right. Manamorphose going for card draw, probably doing blue and red. Yep. Doesn't look like that they found it. So we should be good here. Pieces of the puzzle. Reveal 5. Put 2 instants and sorceries. So they went with Visions. And a Desperate. Storm count's currently 3. Looks like they probably are just trying to set up for next turn. We take a draw here. Wormy boy is pretty good. Let's go to combat, swing for 5. Try to resolve this Golos. Golos finally does resolve. Say yes, grab this Cascading Cataract, and pass the turn. They've got 8 in hand, they need to go off this turn. Down to 3. There's the Pyretic. There's the Desperate. There's another Desperate. So here comes Past in Flames. Yep. They've got just enough to start ritualing. There's 3 mana. Electromancer to make all their stuff cost less. Sure, makes sense. Go ahead, man. Build up the storm count. Pieces. Visions. Because what the worst that they could have for counterspell is remand, which doesn't stop storm. There's a brawl, making things cost 2 less. And gifts, okay. They now have 0 blue floating, so we do not give them Manamorphose. Put 2 cards into their graveyard. It does not matter which 2. Put Manamorphose, put Piff. No, put Grape Shot. Make it so that way they only have 1 Grape Shot. Yep, they can Ritual. They can then Past in Flames from the yard. They've built up a pretty high storm count here. Abrade, destroying target artifact. Okay. Golos gets destroyed. They are paying costs to Past in Flames. Okay. Let them Past in Flames. And Grape Shot with 20 Storm. 21 Weather the Storm. I'll gain shit tons of life. And I'll go ahead and hit 6, right? Or I guess I can... yeah, we can hit... yeah, we'll hit 6 for now. I'll go to 86. Do your worst, opponent. Because this means that they have to have another Grape Shot plus Remand. And they have to get Storm Count up to... what? 30? I mean, it's doable with what they have in the yard. So they need to get Storm Count to 31. we'll go ahead and turn off auto yields. And they draw a card in scry, meaning they're looking for their second remand. One bottom, one top. Manamorphose grabs their second remand. Or their second grape shot, I should say. Desperate Ritual. Sounds good. Gifts Ungiven targets us. I mean, if they get there through a Weather the Storm, all props to them. But they've already played a land for the turn. So what digs them? Put Visions and Pieces into the graveyard. There's a sleight of hand. Empty the Warrens, make 28 1/1s. Okay. Sounds good. We'll go ahead and hit. I wish there was a way to say yield through the stack. And so they've got a lot of goblins. Go ahead and tell it to turn off auto yields here. They can draw on scry. So 10, then we have 4. We need a Tron land here. Cast in Flames. Flashed it back. Go off, my dude. Storm Count is now lethal. If they have second Grape Shot. Do they have the remand. Targets the Grape Shot. Then they can loot if they so please. And put the other Grape Shot onto. Wait, Grape Shot is a. I believe Grape Shot's a sorcery speed. Yeah, I'm not gonna make him go through that. Because that'll be lethal. Because that's 35, and then they hit for 37. That'll be 70. Not gonna make him click through all that. We'll give him there, right. So again, run it back. Try to have Great Creator. Weather the Storm made him work hard for it. 2 pieces plus lots, but no real search for it. 2 pieces, 2 searches. Ugin, all is dust. Keep. Yeah, we'll put back Worm Coil. Play out the map. Pass the turn. There's island into sleight of hand. We'll go tower pass turn. So they tap down, meaning Electromancer, meaning they're trying to go off as quickly as they can. Noxious to put sleight of hand back on top. To Desperate Ritual. Are they just trying to go off using empty? Okay, sure. I like their game plan here. It's not bad if we didn't have what we have in hand. And a 2-turn clock seems pretty strong. If it was sticking around. Do that, crack, go get power plant. Okay, upkeep, draw. Draw Golos man. All is dust. Pass the turn. There's the sleight of hand that they put back on top. And shocks into Steam Vents. Into an Electromancer. Okay. Land off the top here means we go Ugin uptick. Weather the Storm is an interesting one. So if we map, go get basic forest. They've got 2 cards in hand. Map basic forest Golos into. I like this plan. It'll give us access to all of our colors. Get a snow-covered forest. Play out snow-covered forest. Go shields down for a turn to get out this Golos. And then get this Cascading Cataracts into play. So we can start free rolling off of Golos if we get the turn back. I'm guessing with the empty that they did, we'll probably get the turn back. So Pyretic into Past in Flames. Okay, so just Pyretic, Past in Flames, and then Ritual. And so they can go second empty here. Is probably their game plan. They tapped out of blue. So we're no longer scared of remand, meaning this Ugin's just windmill slam down tick for 2. So they can Noxious to put back Past in Flames. Grape Shots targets us for all 6. Well, we don't know where they're targeting, but Grape Shots us. Then can Noxious put Grape Shot back. And then empty for a good bit. So we went shields down. We got a bit punished for it. From the aspect of we could be gaining 21 off this weather. We are not. Oh, they're shooting Golos. That's fine. Again, if Golos is taking the hits, that's 5 life gain for us. So that Noxious put Grape Shot back on top. Oh, interesting. You don't want to Okay. Gets in for 2. We take it. Land off the top here allows us to hold up Weather the Storm. Karn's not bad. Ugin is better. Ugin on 2. And pass the turn. They have a 1 card in hand. At which point we now just get to Karn uptick. Opponent never has more than 1 card in hand. Show me your remand. Neat. We will play out this star and pass the turn. And again, opponent's got 1 card in hand. No rituals in the yard. Writing's on the wall as soon as this Karn gets to resolve. Exile a card from your hand. Neat. There goes a ritual. Deal 3 damage. Pass the turn. Upkeep, draw. Uptick, exile a card. Okay. You will get to keep a card. I will get to pick what this card is. Or which one of the 2. Okay. I'll put both of those into your graveyard. Now exile a card from your hand. Uptick. Tower. Wormy boy. Pass the turn. Actually, second main. Yeah, we can just go ahead and do this. A1, get green. Draw a card. Ooh, there we go. Chains. Crack to draw. Play Sylvan Scrying. Go ahead and get Sanctum of Ugin. Go green and 2. Weather the Storm. We'll go ahead and gain 15. Pass the turn. Show me what you got with 2 cards. Sleight of hand. And so we know that their hand is Manamorphose and Unknown. So unknowns in hand remain. They are dead on board. There's an Electromancer. Plus a Manamorphose. They need to chain off this Manamorphose. Looks like they didn't get there. Uh. And so we... No. Exile target permanent. Hit for 3, hit for 6. Kill him. They need more blockers. Well, there's 3 mana. Okay. We are waiting on the Storm player to decide what they want to do for this game. Sadly. Gifts ungiven, no mana floating. Targets us. They get to pick cards. It does not matter what they pick. They have no mana to tap. I mean, they could play a land, I think. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct. They have not played a land for the turn. So we remove those 2. Make it so that way they have to shock in with the steam vents. And now they can try to roll off this Manamorphose some more. Okay, hit pieces. But now they have no mana floating. So it doesn't matter what they grab. There we go. Yep, because we go exile and then we swing. There we go. Got beat Storm with Golos Tron. Didn't even need to use Karn the Great Creator. Go grab Trinosphere. The Storm match, however, was very, very interesting. If we had a star, this hand would be keepable. Mulligan. Keep. Bottom. Bottom Worm Coil. Against another Jegantha that's either humans or another person on Tron. Considering how they mold to 5, I'm going to go ahead and guess this is Tron v Tron. And we're just... They skip their draw step. They play out a mine. We are definitely looking at Tron v Tron. They had the star, however, so they have the better start, which is not good for us. We need a star map off the top. Better to be lucky than good. Tower map pass turn. So, assuming they have second Tron piece into Sylvan's Scrying here, we are not looking good. But that does not appear to be the case. Okay, there's a power plant. And then I'm assuming they're going to play said power plant. Yep. Okay. Into a sphere. So they might be a turn slower than us, which is what we need to resolve this Thought Knot Seer. Ooh, and an Emrakul. That's pretty good. Because then we could take their Tron. They do that for green. And then they do a Scrying to go get their last Tron piece. And then they have Tron active. Yep. So they now have 3 mana. We will go ahead and go get our power plant here. Power plant. It's our turn. Undo. Move 4 mana, thought not. And go ahead and see what they've got coming down for us. They have a Karn the Great Creator, a World Breaker, which they cannot cast, a Thought Knot from themselves, and a Wormy Boy. We will go ahead and take their Thought Knot here. Well, so we can assume that they have a sideboard package similar to ours. I don't want them to have coding, so we'll take Karn. And then we will pass the turn. Because we can Stirrings for a threat if they take our Emrakul. So it looks like they're... Oh, 7. Assuming they're trying to resolve a Wormy Boy. Or did they just rip like a god off the top? They ripped like a god off the top. Exile our Thought Knot Seer. Yep. And then they get to draw a card. Okay. Butcher of Truth. Sadly can't play it. Let's try to find a threat here. Karn the Great Creator seems pretty good, because then we can shut them off of being able to liberate it. Yeah. Any order's fine. Great Creator comes down. We will down tick. We could actually Spyglass here. I'm not opposed to that instead. Yeah, I like that. Get Spyglass and name Karn liberated. They have a Karn the Great Creator of their own. We still name Karn liberated. And then we pass the turn. Yes, I know we're going to lose mana, but that's fine. And 4 mana, probably seeing Thought Knot. Oh, the Karn of their own. Okay. Wondering what they're going to grab here. Assuming it's a similar sideboard. I mean, we'll just see. So we know World Breaker, Thought Knot, Worm Coil. They get a Spyglass. Okay. 3 mana Spyglass of your own. I mean, this shuts off your Karn. I don't think that's what you want to be doing, opponent. So we can have 9 mana next turn. Because, like, if you name Karn the Great Creator... Okay, there's a map. Static abilities don't matter. Your static abilities don't care about Sorcerer's Spyglass there. So we know what their hand is. So Thought-Knot's coming down. Ooh. We could play out their Thought-Knot. Because, like, ideally what we do is we rip a colored source. I mean, it's take their turn here, right? Emrakul the Promised End. Take our opponent's turn. Okay, so it's the mirror match. I don't think we want anything from our sideboard. We just need to have the better Tron hand. All right. Because that was take their turn, remove like Sylvan Scrying from our hand, worst case scenario. Best case scenario is land Worldbreaker, exile their tower, pass turn, and then they don't have enough to do anything. They couldn't do any of their spells. And then we have a 13/13 resolved with a Kozilek coming down, following it up. Alright, I'm assuming they'll take the play here. They do indeed. This hand is garbage. I guess we could have boarded out the All Is Dust, but there was nothing that we really wanted. Like, I guess Wilt doesn't seem terrible. Mulligan. Land that Stirrings. See, the issue is it's a one-lander, but it's got plenty of payoff. We're on the draw. Screw it, we're up a game. Plant into Star. Huh. That turn looks eerily similar. Plant into Star. Stirrings there is not great for us. Not impossible to get around, but not fantastic. And so they crack their Star. They get a draw. And then they Stirrings. Wow, these turns look very familiar. I wonder why. They reveal... Looks like they might have whiffed on land. Or they're just picking their poison. They reveal a mine. Interesting that they didn't go any order. They play out their mine. And then they play out a sphere. Lucky them. They had the second sphere. We draw a Wormy Boy. We will crack for a green. Draw a card. We draw a Snow-Covered Forest. Not great for us, but not terrible. Ouch. At this point we go... Yeah, we go Golos. Any order... Snow-covered second Stirrings. Okay. Well, that sucks. We need a land drop, though. So we probably lose this game. Just from the aspect of we did not get lucky enough of those 2 stirrings to see other Tron pieces. So 20% of the deck. Well, there's Tron. Let's see what their payoff here is. Because we don't have one. Well, we've got plenty of payoff, but we don't have Tron. We're waiting to see what their payoff is, and then we will go ahead and concede, because we do not win from this point. Karn the Great Creator comes down. Let's go ahead and see what they want to show us. Probably Liquid Metal here. Yep. Star into Liquid Metal. We need 2 lands off the top. Ooh. I guess it doesn't matter when they Liquid Metal, but I don't get why you wouldn't do it right there. And we're never going to get to past 2 lands. To the point where we can cast our own Karn the Great Creator. We will go ahead and concede that. We'll bring in the Wilts over the All Is Dust. Because like we said, there's not many colored permanents we're looking to stop. And we will take the play. Let's hope for a better hand. Man, that's not it. This, however, could be. It's got potential. Put back a mine. Have Star into Stirrings. It's missing a payoff. They go down to 5. Because the beauty of this is we can go Star, hope to hit a land, play Stirrings, and play Sphere. So they went to 5. We're at 6. Arguably the 6 we kept isn't a great 6, but we can still get there. Looks like they have a very similar turn as with most Tron decks. Then we draw a map, which is great for us. Draw off of this Star. We see a Scrying. Play out this for turn. We have Tower or Plant to pick up. We'll pick up Tower. Any order. Play Tower. Play Map. Pass turn. As we crack map, we Sphere, we then Stirrings. We have 7. We'd be looking for 1 more. Arguably, we could hold the Sphere. No, because we need it that turn. The Spirit Dragon doesn't look to be that good of a payoff in the mirror, but if we can land it early enough, it might be good enough. So they Stirrings. We can go ahead and dismiss our revealed. Not like it matters. But they Stirrings reveal a map. Okay. They play a snow-covered forest into map. Into second Stirrings. Okay. So they look to have about the same start that we did. Reveals a snow-covered forest. I don't know why I ignored it because it's not relevant. So they will have green mana available, but they are quite a ways off from Tron. That, crack, go get power plant, play out our power plant, and then go sphere, crack sphere for a green, play out stirrings. We have 7-10. Kozilek seems like a pretty good bomb at this point. From the aspect of they won't have a turn before we get to resolve this butcher, and then they'll have to deal with Annihilator. Okay, there's a Tron piece. There's map. They can crack map to get Tron. So in hand we know is Forest and 3 unknowns. Oh, that's so tempting. Because let's see, if we go Karn the Great Creator into Liquid Metal, shut off their tower, they could only then 4 mana us. With 4 mana, worst they could do is their own Karn, at which point we could do a Kozilek. What's the worst they could do at 8? I guess that's the real question. We'll resolve this. We draw 4. Resolve a 12/12. And then we have to pass and discard. We'll discard. I guess we'll discard a sphere here. Because, like, if they go Karn the Great Creator to hide under a bridge, we can then go Karn, get Liquid Metal. Okay, well, that's not hiding under a bridge. Stirrings, trying to find. And at this point, it doesn't matter. Right? Like, this Annihilator 4 is just going to take the game. Yep. There we go. 3-0 with Golos Tron. Let's keep it going. See if we can't make it to 4-0. All right. 2-1, 2-1, 2-0. So, like I said, Jegantha's fun, but it's not needed. Like, even in that mirror, they never were casting it. I'd much rather have the additional slot for either another artifact. Yeah. Golos is nice. Thank you very much for the follow, man. Yeah, I'm doing Golos, but I'm not doing the Jegantha part because I wasn't too big of a fan. So I'm seeing if I like it without it. You activate them? I've done it a couple of times, but yeah. You use the one of Cascading Cataracts to add Wooburg, because Tron plus Cascading Cataracts is enough for the activation. And then you try to free roll into just high stuff. A lot of times your opponent will deal with it, but if they're dealing with Golos, it means they're not killing you. So I'll take it. Okay, let's see. We've got a star. We've got 2 Tron lands. We don't have any dig. And we've got lots of bombs. We will go ahead and mulligan this once. And would you look at that? Hand's significantly better. As far as what we're keeping, it's put back. It's between a Stirrings and a Sphere. I think we want to go ahead and put back. We'll put back Stirrings. No, we'll put back a Sphere. So that way, if they're a discard deck, we're not left in the water trying to find an out. This way they have, if they take either or, we have the other option available to us. Seacomb Croast makes me think humans. And a Vial definitely makes me think humans or spirits. Which we should be fine. Especially with a draw like that. We crack for green. Then we can go Power Plant into Scrying. And grab a Mine here. So we have Mine next turn. We have Tron online. We've got lots of outs. Vial comes in, goes to 1. Now they can try to blind name using a Meddling Mage here. Okay, it's fish. I was not expecting fish. Huh. Okay. We will go ahead and land this Golos. Fish doesn't really have a way to deal with Golos. Like, we get hit hard by a Spreading Seas here, which is a bit unfortunate. We'll go ahead and grab the Cascading Cataracts. We can't do anything with the 2, but we will have a 3/5 blocker unless they have Spreading Seas. At which point we will start trying to free roll. Big money, no whammies, ideally. Okay. They've got blue, double blue. Give their merfolk Island Walk and +1/+1. They could play down a Lord if they wanted, but they do not. So we will go ahead and do 5. Get those 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. Activate Golos. Spin the wheel. Big money, no whammies. That's unfortunate. Cast the Stirrings. Go with a Mine. Any order. Cast this Sphere. Play out the Mine. Cast second Golos. ETB. We'll keep the one that isn't summoning sick. Triggered ability. Go grab second tower. Doesn't seem bad. So that way they have to try to hit the Mine or the plant, which we are fine with. We could go ahead and just scrying here and get power plant to show redundancy. Hey, that's nice, buddy. Right click, delete. We don't do that here. And draw a card. Swag Dad's nice. Scrying, get power plant. Have redundancy. And now we've got a 3/5. And so a little bit underwhelming on that Golos. Activates Vial, gets in a Lord. Yep. Now has a bunch of 3/3s and 4/3s with Island Walk. However, we will have a Karn the Great Creator. I'm assuming this is probably Spreading Seas on the Cascading Cataracts. Another Master. Lots of Lords. Doesn't reveal a Merfolk. So we can block the 4/4 if they come swinging in. Okay. And block a 4/4. And take the hit. We take 9. We go to 11. How empty can we get our hand here? We don't need to get our hand empty. That's an Ugin. So we can go 4 mana, Karn the Great Creator, see if they use this Vial. Cool, Vial can no longer be activated. 8 mana, Ugin, down tick on 2. Board clear them. And they've entered hard mode. Force of Negation, pitching a Mariner. Okay. Sounds good. At which point we can now go... Need to get rid of a card in our hand. I cannot do that. What do we have in our sideboard here? Yep, we don't have an out, do we? Because we can down tick here, go and grab bridge, but we can't get empty-handed enough for this bridge. And then we take 8 plus we take 12. Best case scenario. I guess we could get... We could get Ballista. Ballista block. And then next turn... Ballista seems like our best bet. Which feels awful. Ballista on 1 past turn. Hope they don't have a way to do Island Walk with the 1 card in their hand. And so Karn is gonna die. Merfolk Trickster, tap target creature, it loses all abilities. We lose to that card. We need to be able to block. Okay, so fish. We don't really have anything. Just a well-timed counterspell by them for that Ugin. I guess we could have, instead of Ugin, gone for the bit more, the less risky line and gone Worm Coil Engine. Because Worm Coil Engine plus down tick on Karn to go get Walking Ballista means we could maybe... We'd have to swing all at Karn to kill. If they're killing Karn, we have another turn. I mean, they'd still have the Force of Negation in hand. But we could try to free roll off of Golos at that point. Again, it's nuances at this point. Trying to figure out what's good, what's not. Mulligan. And keep bottoming Forest. No, I need the Forest. Bottom the Sanctum. It's only one Tron piece, which is not great for us, but it is a Stirrings and a Star. Hopefully we can get there, land this good old Liberated, and from there, take it home. But you never know. Okay. Basic Island, no Aether Vial. We draw a Stirrings. And crack a drop of Star. See a Worm Coil. Play Stirrings. Force of Negations. Cool. Snow-covered Forest. Ancient Stirrings. Click on this mine. And any order. Pass the turn. So they pitched a Mariner. And 2 mana. Spreading Seas on the Tron land. Yeah. I mean, we kind of figured that. Play down mine. Pass turn. Like I said, I figured Fish was going to be running Seas. It's going to be sad that Fish is going to be our loss. I mean, they haven't presented a clock yet, so we're still in this. But they reveal the Mariner. They draw a card. There's white. Again, they choose not to reveal Merfolk. End of combat, second main, end step, comes back to us. Upkeep, draw. We will go Sphere. Crack Sphere. Play Snow Covered. Pass turn. Hitting our Snow Covered Forest there is not great. So we currently have 4 mana. We'll have 5 mana next turn. There's a Mariner. It's what? Counter that spell or ability? Unless we pay 1. That's fun. Adept comes in. We take 2. Can't really stop that. We go to end step. We draw. There's a map. We'll go ahead and play out said map. Because this forces them to have another Spreading Seas, or we go tower and have way too much mana. There's a Hallowed Fountain. Shocking it in. Lord of Atlantis makes sense. comes in at us. We have to take it. We go to 12. And then white, white. Stony silence. No thanks. Go ahead and get this tower. Stony silence can definitely resolve. Instep will happen. Comes to us. We draw a Thought Knot Seer. So the problem is they could have force. If they have force, we're dead. If they don't, we're good. Because we exile the Spreading Seas, paying the 1. They have the force. At which point they now just need a lord to kill us. Well, show me the lord. Four, 4, 3 isn't enough. So what'd they pitch? They pitched it. Wow. Lots of Mariner. We go to 4. Upkeep, draw. That's a fun one. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Meaning, so we have 3 plus 7, we have 10. So we can Worm Coil Thought Knot. Yep. I can't pay for it. I just need it as a blocker, which is irrelevant because they have Island Walk. Yep. I'll let him swing at us. He's got it, but he had the double force. Univault can get in for 5. Has to swing with not the Lord. Smart man. We lose. And there goes our chance to 5-0, but we still have a chance to 4-1. Let's see if we can get there. Huh. How weird. We won the Hey, it's Co-Diamonds. Yeah, we keep this. We go Tower Sphere. All right, Windswept Heath. Stirrings ain't bad. Crack. Mine, scrying. And that is Mine Tower. We want plant. Pass the turn. No idea what goes on. But hey. Doesn't. Chooses to not crack the Windswept Heath. Weird. So we don't know what they're on. Let's go ahead and Thought Knot. See what they've got. He does not want us knowing what they have. Okay. So we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At that point, we'd probably take Liberated. After seeing, well, we don't know. We'd see what their hand is, and then we'd probably take Liberated. But we don't know what they are. They know what we are. I'm assuming probably Devoted combo, which we really don't have a thing to. So it's 1 land off. It's a bit too land heavy for me. We will mulligan to 6. Hand's got lots of draws, but no Tron pieces, down to 5. And has lots of Tron pieces. We will put back a mine, put back Worm Coil. Hope we can get there. Windswept Heath, cracks Windswept Heath. It's a forest. Harbor Elf, so probably Gruul mid-range. And they just had a bad start. So Wilts are coming in because Blood Moon. So we're about to get Blood Mooned here. Bone Crusher, okay. Not a Blood Moon. So not as bad for us as it could be. Blast Zone's not terrible. We do that, we pass the turn, threaten that we just have natural Tron. Windswept Heath comes down, gets cracked, probably gets a basic forest here. Yep. 3 Blood Moon. 4 into good old Bloodbraid, yep. Cascades into Colossus, yeah baby. And now we're staring down 7 to the face. Tron land off the top. Power plant 1 time. Nope. Play Blast Zone past the turn. We are staring down quite a bit here. So what? Second Bloodbraid and a Bolt. That'll do it. I can do that math. All right. So we know that it's now Gruul mid-range. Wilt seems good. Swag that is meh. And Promised End. Just a bit too high. Run it back. Alrighty. I would love to play first. Let's see a great 7. That is not a great 7. Let's see a great 6. It's not great, but it's a keepable 6. We'll try it. Right on the Sanctum. So if we lead on Sphere, it's better to lead on Sphere because it gives us an additional draw to try to find another Tron piece before we go scrying. Utopia Sprawls. Name's red, probably. Yep. Alright. We draw. We will crack this for a green. Not see what we want. Play out the snow-covered forest. Go map. And star. Pass turn. Turn 2 Blood Moon. There's a Wood Foothills cracked. Probably fetch. Oh, fetch is a basic forest. Blood Moon. Yep. Luckily, we already have our green, so the Blood Moon's not too relevant as far as color shedding. There's a Worm Coil. Let's go ahead and do this. Crack. Draw off of star. See a scrying. Play said scrying. I guess we'll get tower. Play tower. Pass turn. And there's 4 Bloodbraid Cascades. Hits. Blood Moon. Blood Moons us again. We get smacked for 3. Damage happens. Okay. We'll go ahead and scrying here. And get power plant in case we ever manage to turn on Tron. And pass the turn. Because the problem with stirrings is it can hit our wilt and then we cannot pick up wilt. We take 3. Lothus comes down. Lothus is online. Arbor Elf as well. That's a fun one. We'll crack this. Arguably it's snow covered. Yeah. Get the second green source available. Sphere. Crack sphere. Play stirrings. At this point we're just looking. There's the wilt, by the way. We're looking for lands. Pick up power plant. Any order, play power plant. Next turn we have Karn the Great Creator. I don't think that's gonna be enough to save us at this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could Worm Coil, which might be enough to save us for a bit. Unless something big nasty's coming down here at 6. A Glorybringer. Which is 8, 11. We go to 1. And then we'd block the indestructible. We are a land short. Brr. Has the bolt. Give him the GGs. And hit the concede. Because we lose that. Unfortunate about the slow roll a bit, but doesn't matter. We still went 3-2 with Golos Tron. Didn't really miss not having Jegantha. I don't know what we would tweak. Like, Bridge doesn't seem bad against the two matchups that we lost. We just weren't able to get empty-handed enough quick enough. I like Worm Coil and Walking Bliss on the side. We didn't really see a need for the Sundering Titan, so that could probably be switched for something else. What? I don't really know. Maybe a Tormod script? Liquid Metal always is a fun one with Karn the Great Creator. Again, we didn't really see too much of Great Creator that league. Crucible, didn't really see a need for it. So as far as things that we could look at changing, it's Crucible, Sundering Titan. 3-ball, I would have wanted Torpor Orb. Wouldn't have been terrible. Well, no, there was no matchup where we wanted it in those 5. However, it's just really strong against humans. Might be Cage as a way to try to drop Drew. And we've got the Relic though. Yeah. Overall, those 3 we never had a need to board in, but the Relic, the Ballista, the Worm Coil, the Sorceress, the Trinisphere, all of those felt good. The Wilts felt alright. Weather Storm was good. It made the Tron player have to go real hard. They still got there, but it forced their hand a lot more than it would have. We could have also probably waited even longer. Well, no, because there was a storm count of 20 and we were at 20, so we needed to do it there. Yeah. But overall, deck feels good. Game, we didn't really get to see Golos perform. I'm not sure if the Golos package is worth it. Instead, I like the Karn the Great Creator package and the Thought-Knot Seers. So I could see like replacing Golos with 2 more Thought-Knot and replacing Cascading Cataracts with another utility land like Ghost Quarter or another Snow-Covered Forest. Ghost Quarter doesn't sound too bad since we're running Crucible in the graveyard, or Crucible in the sideboard. So we might look at that. All Is Dust feels a bit slow from the aspect of the matchups where we want to bring it in against. We need it quickly. Might switch that out for Oblivion Stone. But other than that, the deck feels really good.